Hey, neighbor.
Hey.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Do you want to share how old you are?
Yeah, sure, I'm 30.
Big 3-0.
We're so young.
Doble quinceañera.
Duple quinceañera. Ay. No? Is that too racist? That's
No, it's your culture. Own it.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, technically Puerto
that was-
Ricans have quinceañeras and shit, but I was fucking poor, so.
It's a Latin American thing, so it's not just
Yeah.
strictly Mexican, which is why I'm excited, because, no, not trying to, like, degrade you for your birthday or anything, but I'm planning a party for myself for my duple
Is
quinceañera.
Jason gonna be your chambelán?
I mean, if he wants to get a suit,
Oh
What
my
kind
god.
of suit?
like a red tuxedo,
Joel
I
was
don't know.
bragging. My husband Joel was bragging about how many times he was a chambelán, and I'm like,
Girl.
shut up.
I was a dama, which is like the girls, like almost like a mini bridesmaid type of thing.
Oh my god, I know.
Like 4 different times.
I never was, but I was invited to be several times.
And you were just like, fuck that bullshit.
Mostly because I was, I hated dresses and getting dressed up. And, I was like, fuck boys. I was,
But you weren't like, fuck boys.
No, I wasn't. I mean, not at that time, but it was mostly like, why do I want to have some dude walk me down the aisle? I can walk my fucking self down the aisle.
Yeah, you were like feminist.
Get the
rage.
fuck off me. Yeah, I was a little angry. I get it.
I just wanted to fit in, and I knew my mom would do my hair, and I would get a fancy dress. And that was like when my body was like,
Living
Fucking-
in a material
just
world.
like, I was like skinny mini.
Hourglass.
Crazy. Like I got boobs like in the 4th grade, so it was
Oh,
like by the time
lucky.
I was like 15, 16, it was out of control.
All I got was a heavy period, and when I was 10,
Yeah, those are awful.
it was.
Oh my
it was
god.
bad. So, well, Jason here hit another major milestone
Oh yeah.
that I want to hear about.
Oh yeah.
What?
Jason,
Dun, dun,
we watched
dun.
Harry
Oh,
Potter,
yeah.
all of them.
Dun, dun, dun.
We briefly had access to HBO Go,
Oh, that's right. They're on there.
so we watched all 8 movies in like a month.
Dang, how was it?
It happened.
What did you feel? What were your feelings? I'm interested to see what this is all like on the adult perspective.
Well, I made him do it. Like I would be like, "Can we watch Harry Potter today?" And he'd be like, "I guess."
I suggested it sometimes.
Sometimes he did. There's 8 movies altogether. So there were different like situations, but the first one I had to definitely initiate.
Don't judge it by the first and the second. Like, that was a bunch of bullshit, Hallmarky shit that did not capture the real essence, okay? Hogwarts is not that fucking clean. It's supposed to be dirty, but no. Apparently the movies made it look...
Well, they had a hard time
Glossy.
doing the set, They wanted it to be fancy.
I don't want fancy. I want my gritty Hogwarts.
Authenticity.
Where there's blood and death and spiders and shit.
When you watch them all in a row, there is like a sharp turn to like the movie's getting dark.
Right? Yeah,
my
and actually,
favorite.
it wasn't that sharp in the books. It started out fucked up from the beginning.
Right?
So,
Like he was living in in that little nook.
Yeah.
Those people were horrible.
they didn't even add in all the layers of abuse the Dursleys did. The movies really took out a lot. Like, you don't know who Peeves is because he doesn't have an arc in this. So,
Who's Peeves?
the poltergeist.
No, I mean, but you explained to Jason. who Peeves
Oh, okay.
is.
So he's a poltergeist who just lives in Hogwarts. He really isn't like integral to the story or the plot, but it's just cool. He like pulls pranks on people. So when they're like walking around in the invisibility cloak, he's like, and like makes loud noises. So Snape is like, oh, I have caught them. It adds a lot, like an extra edge. That there's, oh my God. Okay. I can't even begin to express.
Let's ask
My
Jason
love.
some questions.
I know. I'm not going to go there because I want to hear it. I'm sorry. I need to shut up.
So, who is your favorite character?
Oh, my favorite character?
Yeah.
like I love Alan Rickman, so like Snape was definitely
Yeah.
fun. Like he wasn't very present in some of the movies, and I missed him.
Because he's a dick, like in all the books, until the fucking end.
Right.
But then he loves Harry so much.
Oh, man, I know.
The amount of love that man has is just like...
No one can even handle it.
Oh, it's just like... It makes my soul feel like heavy and light at the same time.
Did we just describe the emo face? Just kidding.
No. But he does look like an emo person in that fucking
oh my
film
God,
genre.
I know. Okay,
They made him look so greasy.
So like at the end of it, like as a character arc, like I definitely liked his character.
Who else?
Yeah.
So Snape
I
was
don't
your
know.
favorite?
I don't care for Terry or Ron.
Okay,
or,
listen, Harry's a little bitch sometimes. I get it. Like,
He's a little bitch. I wish
I'm fainting.
Hermione's quite cool sometimes, but I don't know. She got really moody in the middle of it.
She was going through puberty.
They all were, right? Ron was just like consistently eating and flirting.
That's all he ever did. And like, it's hard out there for a witch and in a
Wizard.
castle where everyone is like, I don't
Dumber
know,
than you.
right? And no one like wants to give her the time of day because they're like, oh, fuck her, she knows everything.
And
So-
we had this theory that maybe she's a mixed girl.
Yes, well, in the books, granted, when I read the books, it was 1999, okay? So
Damn.
the movies were not adapted yet, and I was already well into the fourth book when the first movie was made.
You're so old.
I know. And I was 10, and so I literally grew up with these guys, and the seventh book came out my senior year of high school. It was amazing. Because that ended. Okay, I felt sadder for the books ending than ever leaving any of those assholes we graduated with. Like,
Right.
I did not give a flying fuck what happened with them. But when Harry Potter ended, man, I cried. It was
So
rough.
who are your favorite characters in the movie?
Movie?
Yeah, we're talking about the movie
Fine.
tonight. Because Jason, he didn't get to see the movie. He only he didn't get to read the books. I've read the books later in life.
Well, my history with this is actually in 7th grade. My English teacher like read the first book to us like throughout the semester or something.
Oh, God. I would not want someone to read that. I mean,
To me.
yeah, because
Which I think was more like for her enjoyment than for ours.
yeah, she sucked out the essence of the book because you're supposed to imagine it. I feel like, oh my God, I can't even recreate the magic that it was. No pun intended, okay? But, okay, so movie-wise, my favorite characters is Luna, because I really felt that she really got it. Like, and
yeah,
her
she
story was awesome of the actress. Like, she overcame anorexia for it. So, then I do fucking McGonagall, okay?
Yes.
But anything...
Yes. That bitch. I love her.
She's like...
Maggie, what's her face?
She's so good at the bitch face, though.
Yes. Yes.
Harry Potter, you're in trouble again.
I'm a fucking cat, bitch.
I'm gonna get you. And right.
But she's like secretly really supportive and like she's like a ride or die type
but definitely
of bitch.
all of you will die. Just kidding.
No, like ride or die in terms of
I
like
know.
I will love you and I will fucking stand in the front lines for these fucking babies and these little
Right.
baby birds that I'm trying to like turn into like these flying magical creatures.
Yeah.
Like she is like one of the matriarchs in the film.
I think the only other character that, I mean, Hermione was great, but she wasn't quite like I imagined her. Ron was a miss
her
for
teeth
me.
were not fucked up enough.
I know. Like, I really identified with Hermione's character because I felt imperfect and, ugly, and that's what I expected. But Emma Watson's cute.
She's perfect.
She is, I know. And so I was like, that's not enough dirt on her. Come on.
Right.
And fuck that frizziness. That's fake. I know
That
what
fake
real
frizz.
frizzy is, okay? It's
That's movie frizz.
fuck Hollywood frizz, okay? So, the one other character that I did appreciate, though, was Tonks's character. Because I felt that character was confusing to like envision, and so I really appreciated having the actress that played her, you know,
Become
I
her.
liked it, right?
Yeah.
And then
really
I saw her
did
naked in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
I
She's
know.
really
I
hot
was
in
like,
Game
damn,
of Thrones. But she
Tonks.
called that guy Little Lord.
It was great.
Yeah.
I liked it. But yeah, that would be my three. So if you the four houses, did you feel that you were innately destined for any particular house? Like, are you Slytherin, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, or Hufflepuff? Go.
Well, so like Slytherin and Gryffindor, like you get like a real sense of like who belongs there. The other two houses are kind of brushed over in the movies.
I like
That's
that you
true.
pointed that out because that is very true. Hufflepuff,
Even in the books.
the books actually explained it a lot better though over time because they introduced major characters in each house, like Cedric Diggory.
Oh, yeah.
Really I didn't really grasp Hufflepuff until Cedric Diggory because he wasn't like a powder puff. He was a strong character, but he was very loyal, and that was his top priority was loyalty.
Yeah.
So that's what Hufflepuff is about. Like, I will be loyal, and I hold my ideals.
Jason, you should take the Pottermore test.
Oh my god!
I'm a Hufflepuff.
I'm a Ravenclaw,
and I do got loyalty.
and
Loyalty is
my
DNA.
Patronus is okay. Listen how badass this is.
What's your Patronus?
It's a Thestral.
What's that?
The one where you have to see death to see it. And I was like, fuck yes. That is mine.
Mine's like a snake, like a copperhead or something weird.
Oh.
It's like a snake.
Yeah. I liked Pottermore because it brought a lot more to it. Because,
Right.
like, they didn't mention copperheads as Patronus.
Right?
Patronus? What's the plural for that?
Patronus.
I don't know. Apostrophe at the end of that shit. Anyway, so, yeah, and then Ravenclaw was supposed to be cunning, but not like Slytherin, because Slytherin is cunning, but like in an
Deceitful.
intense way.
They're evil.
not really evil, though. Like, they're not supposed to be. I mean, but they are. But it's because the traits that are priority for Slytherin is like a snake. It's cunning. It's been kind of manipulative, kind of standoffish. So you're not really sure what their intentions are. But then Ravenclaw is like brainy. So that's why
Hermione could have been
right.
that.
And that's why a lot of people were confused as to why Hermione was in Ravenclaw. But I was like, I get her being in Gryffindor, though, because she was really brave because she had to be, because Harry is just a fucking wet blanket sometimes. Like, but I get it, whatever. But
Well, I thought she was more of a wet blanket in the films.
in the films, they really did not portray her as strong as she is in
I
the
think,
books.
Like, the only part where she really gets strong is, like, towards the end when she, like, punches Malfoy.
Right.
That was...
But then, like, they missed a lot of the stuff that she did. Like, she was an activist, for example.
the Dobby shit.
Yes, the
Dobby.
house elves. They completely cut that out. And then she, was very firm on it and read her shit.
They didn't want that, though. That was kind of funny. The house elves would, like, basically ignore Gryffindor because she kept hiding things to, like, liberate somebody who didn't want to be liberated.
Right.
So it was an interesting kind of, like, just representation of, like, servitude.
Yeah, it was.
I
Because
don't know
it
what
was,
JK was trying to say with that. Like, don't save the people who aren't asking to be saved,
I don't
or
think
what?
I don't think the house elves represented people, though. I think they represented, like, that was what they were born into. That's what they're for. That's what
Like
their
a caste
innateness
system,
is.
right?
Or kind of, because, like, think about the centaurs. None of those fuckers are going to leave the Forbidden Forest, So, which, by the way, I really wondered why the centaurs were so masculine, because it seemed in the books that they were more fluid. I wish they would have actually brought that out in the movies.
This movies were made in, like...
I know,
The
early 2000s,
2000s,
and
so-
it wasn't as progressive. And so a lot of people have actually commented on why Harry Potter does not represent the LGBT community. And I don't know, like, at that age, if because J.K. Rowling actually avoided sexual